everybody, welcome back to Louise Plus 10 and welcome back to another video. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. We actually went away for a week during Christmas or over the Christmas period, and unfortunately we all contracted COVID, and honestly it absolutely wiped us out. We were really poorly. Today is about day 19 I think, and I think this is the first day that I actually feel more like myself again. It's been horrific. I spent at least several days in bed because the younger kids were in bed as well. They were really unwell. So lucky enough I could actually do that. Years ago when the kids were younger, it doesn't matter how poorly I was, I had to just crack on with it. There were no days in bed. I just thank God that the kids are actually older now and I can actually do that. Right guys, today's video. Now, over the past few weeks I've sort of took clips of things, and even before Christmas, because I was going to put together a video. It never happened because of how busy I got before Christmas and then going away and then being really poorly. So it's not necessarily like cleaning videos in this video, but I am going to do a voiceover. It's a bit like what have we been up to, if that makes sense. So I'll be doing a voiceover and explaining things, you know, in the video, but I just thought it'd be a bit different than cleaning, and I really hope you enjoy it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. So before Christmas, everyone, I was doing my usual daily things, you know, cleaning for customers, cleaning my own house, going to appointments, etc. Now this footage was actually filmed a few months before Christmas. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you'll probably recognise this space. It's my ex-hoarder customer's house. Now this bedroom, if you've been with me for a long while, you'll remember me filming in here a year or two back, and this bedroom was an absolute dumping ground. This bedroom was yellow, and you know, all the walls were, it had been like that for 20 odd years. My customer was in the back bedroom, and on the floor was awful navy blue pattern carpet. Now since then we have transformed this room. It is absolutely fabulous. It's been fully redecorated by professional decorators. It's had new flooring, and best of all, it has had all brand new furniture since my last update with this bedroom. So on this day I was just sort of, you know, wiping down surfaces, bedside units. I was changing the bed. Now this footage is when I got to 15 stone. I can't quite believe when I look at this how big I actually got. And this is today with the same leggings on. I'm officially 1.5 stone down now after being ill with COVID. So anyway, going back to the bedroom, you can see I'm just stripping off the beds for her and just giving it a general tidy up. So my customer has managed to keep this room hoard free. So I'm noticing the more we're doing in the house, the more she is really trying to keep it really nice. And at the end of the video I have another big surprise for you regarding my hoarder customer's house as well. So this is the bedroom now. I'm sure you'll agree it is a far cry from when it was that cluttered, hoarded room. So before I went away, I put a load of Christmas decorations up for my customer, and as you can see, the living room is so much better than what it was. You can refer back to previous videos. There's one called Hoarder House Revisit, Is It Still Clean? Hoarder Customer Transformation 2023. So please do look back for your reference. So before I went away, I made sure all my Christmas decorations were up. My husband did say to me, what is the point, we're going away anyway. But do you know what, it was nice to enjoy it for 4 or 5 weeks before we did actually go away. I actually put mine up in November. So we set off really bright and early for our week's holiday over Christmas. Really early. It was wet and it was, you know, really dark, and it wasn't very nice to travel in, to be honest with you. We travelled for 3 hours to my brother and sister-in-law's because they were actually going to come away with us as well, with my nephew. And then from there we travelled another 1.5 hours to our destination. It's always great when you finally reach your destination There's nothing worse than moaning kids, is there, in the back of the car. Oh, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Riley actually passed his test last July. He turned 17 in June, and he passed his test for the first time, on the first time should we say, in the July. So he actually travelled up with Chelsea in his own car. So here we all are, Christmas Day. There was like, how many of us? 13 of us, and we had a fabulous time. And then COVID struck, and as you can see from these pictures, I was really not well. Anyway, when we got back home, guys, I was doing the bare minimum. The first thing I needed to do was get another ironing board. As you saw from the first picture, my ironing board was well and truly ruined. So I purchased a new ironing board, and I'll be honest with you, not a lot got done in that first week. We were so unwell. But I think it was about day 7 or 8, I decided I needed to try and do some ironing. There'd been lots of washing to catch up on and off over the week after getting back. So just basic things got done, to be honest with you. I really did not do a lot. The younger kids were so poorly as well, so they were sort of in bed for the first 7 or 8 days. They just couldn't move. None of us wanted to eat. We just felt so unwell. But gradually, as the days went on, I tried to do a bit more every day. But I did find that the more I kept trying to do things, it absolutely floored me. I think I spent about an hour on this day doing the ironing. Oh my goodness, and when I'd finished, I felt really ill again, and I ended up back in bed. It's just been absolutely horrible. So out of the 8 children that came away with us, 7 of them got ill, and funnily enough, Ashley didn't. And despite my brother, sister-in-law and my nephew being with us every single day, they didn't get poorly too. So I'm thinking the kind of COVID we had, maybe they had already had that strain of it. I really don't know. The mind boggles. Why do so many people get it and then others don't? So during the week, just things like a bit of ironing here and there, you know, a few dishes, trying to make myself, you know, make food and things like that. It was so hard, but it had to be done. You've got to feed your kids. So we sort of passed our time most days, just when the kids were better, playing cards with them. So it's something we were doing every day when we was away. So we just sort of sat there all playing a card game, and the kids have absolutely loved it, and it's a way to get us all together as well. So yeah, as I say, I'm down to 13.8 now on the scales. That's 1.5 stone weight loss.
Sweetheart, your coffee. Good boy, Keegan. Huh?
So I decided 8 days in, we needed some fresh air and a bit of exercise.
Keegan, what's the matter? You can. We're nearly home now, darling.
So I decided 8 days
tired?
in, we needed some fresh air and a bit of exercise.
Keegan, what's the matter? You can. We're nearly home now, darling. Hey, are you tired?
So we managed to get sort of just up the road and back, and again, by the time we got back, we had a hot bath and we were back in bed again. It absolutely floored us, it defeated us, but I just felt that because the kids had sort of been in bed for several days, they needed a bit of fresh air, they needed a bit of exercise, bless them. I think it was about 10 days after getting back, or 10 days into being poorly, I can't quite remember. But do you know what, I went downstairs and I just thought, oh my goodness, I have got to take those decorations down. Now normally I'm a bit naughty, because I would usually take my decorations down the day after Boxing Day, but because we've been really unwell, obviously they just sat there and they sat there and they sat there, and it absolutely drove me potty. So I went back upstairs after making a drink, and I thought, right, I need to take these decorations down, but I need a Christmas bag, you know, a Christmas tree bag rather.
So I got on the internet onto Amazon, and I looked and I looked, and I found one that houses a 9 foot, up to a 9 foot Christmas tree. So I ordered it expecting it to take a few days because it wasn't with Amazon Prime, and I couldn't believe it when the next day it actually turned up. So that day I managed to make it downstairs. I was dressed, I'd had a wash, I managed to make it downstairs, and I thought, oh, I still don't really feel like doing this, but it's got to be done. But there was no care in it. I just sort of ripped the Christmas tree down, shoved it in the bag, put all the balls in plastic boxes and boxes, and that was about as far as it goes. I mean, after I'd done this, I did end up hoovering because the mess of all the snow and everything around would have just drove me mad. So obviously I was just as quick as I could be because I still felt really, really rough. So I used my Henry Hoover. I just did it as quick as I could, and I thought, do you know what, the deep cleaning can actually wait until I'm better. Apart from the hoovering and some dusting, that is as far as it went. My other Christmas tree on the other side of the house, my Christmas tree that looks just like a tree, it's like a rustic looking thing, I just got a bin bag, put it over the top of it, and I just carried it into the garage like that. I'm going to be really honest with you, because there's no way I had the patience to start dismantling that as well. So I have had to rectify that since I felt a bit better, but at the time it got it out the house. It was out of my way, and that's all I cared about. I didn't have to carry on looking at these decorations which were way past being taken down. The reason why I normally take my Christmas decorations down quite early, the day after Boxing Day, is because I do tend to put my decorations up a lot earlier lately, you know, these past few years. I tend to do it in November, so we have got it up for a long time anyway. And once Christmas is done with, I just want everything back to normality. So when I'd done the hoovering, I just sort of dusted a few shelves down, and I just sort of dusted the banisters and the spindles down a little bit. Nothing over the top, just something, you know, to make things a bit more neater until I was well enough to do it properly. So also, during the period of us being unwell, Poppy bought a new hamster cage, or we bought a new hamster cage for her. She really wanted this 5-tier hamster cage, and none of us could put it together. So we had to rope in Riley to help us, and God, he got really, really frustrated about this hamster cage. It took him absolutely forever to do. But as you can see, Gizmo looks very happy in his new cage, and we've got a happy little Poppy. And this, guys, is the last surprise at my hoarder customer's house, or should we call her ex-hoarder customer. Now, she has got a brand new kitchen that has been fitted, and if you are new to my channel or you can't quite remember what the old one looks like, please do go back to previous videos because the transformation is unreal. It is still a work in progress. She has got the decorator coming to actually paint all the walls, etc., but it looks absolutely amazing, and I hope you love it as much as I do and my customer does. It's clean looking and there is tons of space. It is fabulous. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. You take care. Bye.